Alright guys, welcome back to the shop. Today is Sunday. A bit overcast, but not really calling for much rain. So I think we're going to go ahead and get started on this brake and hub deal. We got to get the brake caliper off. It looks pretty crusty. Pretty crusty. You know, if it turns out that this caliper's okay, we'll just clean it up, but I have my suspicions that this caliper is probably going to be about froze. But we're going to need a 3/8 Allen head to take these two bolts out right here. And we'll get that off, and we'll probably go ahead and take a screwdriver or something, prise up against this caliper, see if it'll loosen up any. Try to get this bleeder screw loose. We don't want to push any of this nasty fluid back up to here. This should have, other than being some air in this new line, it should have pretty much bled down by now all the way down to here. Just gravity bleeding. I mean, it's a little lower than it was when I put some in there. Get the camera up there. So let's grab a 3/8 Allen head socket and we'll yank that off. And as usual, I don't have the right tool for the job, but I do have a 3/8 Allen. All my daggum sockets are out there at the shop. That's where I normally do my brake work. See, before I take this one loose, we want to stick a screwdriver in here. Something, see if we can't pry that back, and I need to take this bleeder loose. This back come loose. That's a good thing about being able to get a socket on these jokers. Let's see now. I believe it froze, which means that I'm going to have to leave it attached, leave this hose attached till I ain't got no way of clamp. I ain't got a hose clamp. Looks a little bit better. Alright, so let's just pull this thing off. Yeah, spider webs and all. Let's lay it out of the way right now. Pads wasn't in bad, well, thickness wasn't in bad shape, but the backing plate, this one fell slap off of it. Pads still got a good bit of life left in them. Now the reason I'm going to replace these hubs, you can see that bearing's loose as a goose. Funny thing on this rotor, the back part is a good bit thicker than this front. Almost like it's been wired more on the front pad than it has the back pad. And I'm not sure, pretty sure I wouldn't be able to get this turned. It's pretty thin here. If the front had been like the back, we'd take it by O'Reilly's, get them to turn it right quick. But I'm going to take this thing apart, take the hub off of it. This got to knock these studs through the back side of this rotor. So First we got to take this off and get this, get the wheel bearings out. So we'll go ahead and see what I can do. It may be loose enough where I can get the nut off without having that special socket, which I got one. It's just not here. So I believe this will be it right here. And that is, I can't see what that is. No idea. It's probably a T20 or 225. And I think it probably is a 225, and this one's a little bit small, but we'll make it work. And I know this gum thing won't tighten up. Slide this straight out. I think these hubs is worth a damn. I'm not sure. I don't remember ever seeing anything just come apart like that. Look at that, there's the bearing. I believe this hub's shot. But y'all know what that means. Another $100. Like I said, I never had much experience with automatic hubs. Now I know there's a snap ring. It should be in a groove inside this thing. It should be holding this right here together. This right here should come out. Let me go grab something to clean this with where I can see. About it. Might put the grease in it. Well, that is. There's an O-ring right there, or some kind of seal. Should be a snap. Should be a snap ring in there somewhere. This thing right here, quit turning. I got you now, buddy. Well, y'all see the snap ring right here. So that thing there's got to be, both of these got to be pushed in to release it. And we'll clean this up and just see if it's any good. I don't know. It don't appear to be any good. I don't know. Okay, so there's a groove right here. And normally you just have really a pain in the butt to get to snap ring. And I'll tell you the easiest way is to drill you a little tiny hole right in that groove. And then you can take a pick and push that snap ring out and get something under it. Sometimes these things are a pain to get out. Let's see how we're loose. Should be able to come off pretty easy. Should be a locking plate behind this nut, but a lot of times these get lost. People lose them. They forget to put them back in when they repack the bearings. Sure be ready to come off there now. Shit. got me held in here. Oh, a snap ring. Another snap ring. I gotta get my snap ring battery. This is ridiculous. And get a third groove. And we got it off. There. Alright, so here's the nut. You see it's got these 4 little grooves on the side of it, and your socket fits in them grooves. And we got a lock plate under this thing. Alright, here's the lock plate. And there should be a pin in here, and I don't feel no pin. Or maybe it's in the, it may be in the nut. So now there's another lock nut behind here. And if we're lucky, it's loose. This is the locking ring that you initially tighten up to the preloaded bearing, and then you put this lock plate on there, and then you just snug up the other one against the lock plate. And this should have a pin in it if it ain't broke. A lot of them get broke. That's the way you know them apart. Pin, and it appears to be broke. This one's got more grooves in it though. The other one just had 4. This should have a pin on it, and that lock, one of these holes in this lock plate should index into that pin, and that would hold that in place. And like I say, about half the time I come across them, the pin's been broke. I don't know which side the pin would have been on, but I don't see no pin. Now we're ready to take this joker off. My tools have gotten greasy. Looks pretty good. Looks really good. Got a little bit of wire right there on that one, but this is the spindle right here, and it bolts into the back plate. So if you had to, I'm going to take the back plate off because I want to sandblast and paint it and get the spindle out. We'll check the U-joint and the half shaft, but yeah, the spindle don't look bad at all. I've seen them lots worse. Lots worse. You can see a little bit of bearing wear here, but this back one, it looks really good. Alright, of course I've got spares for that too, should I need it. Get this shit all over me. Alright, anyway guys, that concludes part 1 of this series on this front axle shaft, hub shaft. And in part 2 we'll come back, hopefully get the backing plate off and get this hub off the rotor. Till then, thanks for watching. Please rate, comment, subscribe if you can.